Why does my dog do things it's never done before? So a lot of times what happens is people will get a dog, and after several weeks, several months even, the dog will do something completely uncharacteristic. It'll do a behavior that it's never done before. It'll act completely different. And the owners, the family, will normally go, I have no idea where that came from. I have no idea what happened. He or she's never done that before. Why does that happen? So the reason that happens a lot of times is because dogs, when they first go into a new environment, they get comfortable after a certain period of time. Like if you were to go into a new home, if you were to go into a new family, it doesn't matter how nice those people are, you're not going to take your shoes off right away. You're not going to let your hair down right away. You're not going to kick your boots out. You're going to probably be in a fairly good behavior. You're going to make your bed. You're going to wake up early. You're going to clean around. You're going to do things that you normally don't do when you're fully comfortable. That's what happens, right? You go through a little bit of the honeymoon period. So dogs have the same thing. A lot of times dogs go through that honeymoon period, which basically is they're not 100% comfortable yet. So they're kind of navigating their space. Now, there are some dogs that right away they show you who they are. They show you their character right from the beginning. Now, these dogs are great because they tell you right away, this is how I am. But the majority of dogs take a little bit of adjusting period. Now, that doesn't mean that they're timid for 3 months or 8 months. It doesn't mean that they're uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that they don't feel loved. It has nothing to do with that. They can act very comfortable, but gradually, as the time goes by, these layers of character will start to reveal themselves, and the dog will start to do things, sometimes on a gradual basis, and sometimes it's in a very drastic basis. So the dog will suddenly act aggressive where it's never acted aggressive before. Things like the dog will be fine with the other dog and suddenly it's not okay with the other dog. It was okay with the cat and suddenly now it's chasing the cat, right? These are things that sometimes tell you, okay, we've had this dog for 8 months. Sometimes, typically it happens within a year. Right? The times that I've seen this happen, the times that I get the phone calls, the people that need training are usually telling me a similar story. I've had the dog for 3 months, right? Or a couple of months, sometimes 6 months. And it used to be great. It was working out awesome. It was doing this, and that, and the other. And suddenly, out of the blue, it started doing this. It started growling, etc. All kinds of things could happen. Sometimes also the other thing that happens is you get a young dog. Now, if you get a dog that's about 5 months of age, 3 months, 5 months on the road, that's almost a different dog. You don't have a young dog forever. Like if you get a dog that's about 5 months of age and then 5-6 months later it does something uncharacteristic, something that you go, that's out of the blue, what happened? Well, 5-6 months from 5 months of age, it puts the dog at over a year of age. Now, depending on the dog, depending on different factors that influence maturity, this dog might be a slightly different version of it when it was 5 months of age. So sometimes you will see that, and it's because now this dog is growing up, this dog is changing. So these are the reasons why that happens. So the best way to address this is to always be on top of it. Always remember that training is a journey. It's a process that takes place the moment your dog goes into your home, and it goes on for the rest of your dog's life. Whether you're consciously active in the training, doesn't matter. The dog is constantly learning. So what you want to do is you want to be very purposeful about the training. Now, training doesn't have to be anything complex. It could be something as simple as, look, Fido, when we do this, you first have to do this. I'm going to show you what that means. When we go out the door, you first have to wait. When somebody knocks on the door, you can't rush. This is something that you don't need a trainer for. This is something that you yourself can train the dog to do by simply implementing these standards and holding them to these standards. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on the podcast. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Dog training is my passion.